I'm finally getting around to doing my 1,500 mile review. I'm about 61 miles over. One of the questions I get before I do the review is, how big is this scooter? I'll get into the video so you can see. It's a lot bigger than what it looks when you don't have a person in the video to give you some perspective. Okay, now for what I think about this scooter. I'm going to start at the back end, just as good a place as any. It has brake light, it has a brake light, it has turn signals. The turn signals, when you turn them on, it might just be me, but it's harder than hell to remember to turn them back off after you turn them on. They work fine, zero problems. The back brakes work fine. I have had some noise and squeakies and stuff out of them, but it comes and goes. The rear suspension, I've never adjusted it. I've left it right where it was at from the factory. No problems with that. It could use a cleaning, but I'm going to wait for a rainy day before that gets done and wipe all the dust and dirt off of it. But I haven't had any bolts work themselves loose, except for the one that was on the kickstand that wasn't right initially from purchase. I think the deck is great. It's plenty big enough to stand on. The battery is kind of misleading. You would think from the size of the deck, I'll put my foot in there for perspective. You would think the battery was huge, but the battery's probably not much wider than from here to here, and it goes from about here to about here. I was kind of disappointed about that. Front brakes are fine. I mounted these two hooks from Walmart to put my Bluetooth speaker on. Works pretty good. It wasn't the route that I was gonna go, but it's the route that I ended up going. It works fine. Bounces around a little bit when you hit a bump, but it's not horrible. And as I've said in other videos, I put some of these hair thingies, we'll get back to this in a second. I put one underneath this cap and one underneath this cap because it rattled so bad I couldn't stand it. The horn did quit working when I first got it, and the horn and the headlight are both in the same housing there, and it wasn't a huge deal to replace that. But I will add that getting the deck off where it was adhesed on, I couldn't believe how much adhesive they used on it to put it down, because it was really hard to break it loose. What else? All the lights work. You won't be able to see them in the daytime. Yeah, you might be able to tell they lit up. It has a little strobe light that you can put on. I don't know why, but oh well. And these lights work. And all of this changes colors randomly on its own. I don't really care for it. And since they have it, I wished I had a way to control it and make it do the light colors that I wanted. But I don't, so. Back to the tires before I forget. They need to put some different tires on this. These knobby tires are noisy. I think some street tires would be better, in just my opinion. I don't have nothing to compare it to, but I'm not really going off-road or anything, so having these knobby tires isn't something that I think is necessary. Because how much are you going to off-road this scooter anyway? I had a phone mount here. I actually tightened it too much and broke it. So I put some more adhesive on it, and I'm going to see how it holds up. Because I liked putting my phone there to record videos, but we'll see what happens with that too. On up here to the brakes. I had to put these hair thingies on here because this rattled so bad when riding. And I got some of these hair thingies to put on here to hold, well, to hold that over a little bit so it doesn't rattle, because it was annoying as hell. And another thing that I don't like is how close this is to your finger. Because when your hand's on here, I'm trying to get where you can see. When your hand's on there and you want to hold on to the grip, you're right into that. And I think the brakes are out way too far. Instead of this brake being there, I think it should be like right about here where you don't, because it's a real stretch for your hand to get to it. And another thing I don't like about the brakes is this backside here, where it's got this groove in it. I think it should be one solid piece without this, where it would be smooth on this side, because I don't like that at all. Like I said, the horn broke. Wasn't a huge deal to fix the horn. Light switch. Everything's functioning properly. Voltmeter. I'm not 100% happy with this phone holder. My other phone did take a tumble out of it, and I thought I had it in there. I thought I had it in there good. Apparently I didn't. The little pouch that comes with it has been pretty handy if you just want to throw your keys in. I got some tape in there for some reason now. Or if you want to run to the bank and you want to put your deposit slip in there, just stick your checks or whatever, everything in there and zip it up. And the little pouch is fine too. I did have to get into the P settings, where I saw another video on YouTube to where I could actually get the speedometer a little closer to where it was actual speed, because it was several miles an hour more than what it was actually going. But overall, pretty happy with it. It's the first e-scooter I've ever had, so I really can't compare it to anything else other than stuff that I've watched. My main complaints would be the tires. I think it needs street tires, and these brakes are just way too far. A different angle on that. That's where they're not pulled in at all. They need to be about there. I mean, it's just too far to reach, is what I'm getting at. And like I said, my finger, I am always hitting this. It may just be me. And you don't have that problem on this side because your thumb throttle is over here. And it has 3 modes, or 3 sport modes, sport 1, 2, and 3. I don't get into sport mode 3 that much. You don't really need it in town because it's scary fast if you've got a full charge. But that's all I got. It's a ZSNAKE Z39. I bought it off of Amazon. I've had it a little over 2 months now. Actually bought a microphone, a Hollyland Lark A1. It's like $35. I'm happy with it. I've got reviews of it up on my YouTube. Anyway, that's all I've got. If you have any questions, just leave a comment, and please like, share, and subscribe, and hope everyone has a great day. Appreciate it. Bye.